Exactly. You don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what you don't know.
Do you know what I know, though?
I don't know.
Jeff is also on the beta, and he says that it's like actually going well. And I was like, wild.
You said the same thing.
What do you mean? Last time?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
You said the same thing the last time.
It's actually going pretty well.
I'm not going to do it.
No.
You said,
No.
I did it.
I'm not saying I'm not.
You did say you weren't. Like last week, you told me you weren't.
No.
100%.
I'm not saying I'm doing it.
You're not saying you're not.
I'm saying that Jeff did it.
Uh-huh.
And it's fine for now.
For now.
I did it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't do it.
You didn't?
No, I did not do it.
Taylor. If you do it, I am not gonna. No, this is exactly what I said last year, and I still was tolerable. And I was like, not tolerable. That's not the word. I was too nice to you.
How dare you?
Because last year, do you remember
how miserable I was?
You said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, so-and-so says it's great. Oh, so-and-so says it's great. I did it. And then it was fine for a hot second. And then all of a sudden it was a problem.
Go to developer.apple.com. It's my top suggestion. WWDC. Go down to oh wait, that wasn't the beta profile. Go down to the beta profiles and...
Who's supposed to be on beta? Developers, right?
Yeah, I develop stuff.
What are you developing?
Boop.
Then we're all developers, hopefully.
I mean,
you do create stuff. You develop things, not apps.
I tried.
Yeah.
Didn't go well.
You didn't like it. You were fine at it.
It's a lot of reading.
You weren't great, but speaking of reading, I was talking about, the little...
View downloads.
What are you doing?
I'm not.
The little girl I told you about at the rink that was so quick and sassy. Someone, maybe my mom was like, oh, you should become a lawyer. This little girl at the rink was very quick to sass back at me, but like playfully in a good way. And I was like, ooh, I'm impressed. And then someone was like, you should be a lawyer. And she was like, actually, I want to be a lawyer. Like she was like very quick about that too. And then I turned to Andy and I took one paralegal class and said, not for me. And she said, oh my gosh, I did the same thing.
Too much reading.
For me, it was too much reading. I said, I think I dropped out of that class. I don't think I continued. And she said, I did the same, but it's because I got to an assignment. And I said, nope, not doing it. And I was like, I respect that.
Oh, I just don't sign up for those things because I know better.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like being quick-witted is not a good lawyer trait. I feel like that's a horrible lawyer trait.
I don't know.
I feel like, I haven't been in a position where I need a lawyer often, knock on wood.
Please.
But like...
I know a lot of lawyers.
But I feel like a lawyer's job is to broadly, to understand law.
Sure.
Right?
I would hope.
Right. Quick-wittedness has nothing to do with understanding the law. But most importantly, I feel like in a conversation, the people that do the best and end up running the circles around the other people in the conversation are the ones that listen and don't say a damn thing until they need to. And they have all the information because they were silent the whole time. Those are the people to watch out for. Mm-hmm. Because the people that are just collecting the whole time and then say like two things, those are the people that really are paying attention if they're paying attention.
So me on this podcast?
No. No. You if you were paying attention.
If I was paying attention. Okay, that's true. If I wasn't like choreographing in my head and doing other things in my head.
I don't know what goes on in your head.
Exactly. wild.
You say it like it's this whole like hoity-toity thing.
No,
you
sure.
go with the pinky up this time.
I always have my pinky up. I ate cake just now, like
that
a few
is
seconds ago.
The coolest story I've ever heard.
I'm saying that because I think I had my pinky up when I was shoveling it into my face.
Shoveling it, huh?
Yeah.
That was okay.
I ate a lot of it. I was falling asleep on the couch and I knew that we had pretty much half of a chocolate cake left. And I was like, that's a good idea.
You took the foil off, and I did not know how good foil was at holding in the smell. And then you took it off, and I was like, oh, nope, self-control's gone.
Did you put the foil on it?
No.
Oh.
Why would I put foil on it?
I wonder who did that because they did not think about frosting.
Richard.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean,
I'm glad he covered it for me, though.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Oh, because it sagged in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it sagged in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then you would have smelled it all night.
I'm not mad at that.
I am. I mean, I went for a run today and I didn't feel hungry, but I also didn't listen to something that was about food. So, maybe.
Oh, didn't you do that the other day?
The last 2 times it's been about food.
What has it been about?
Well, I was listening to, I should have watched it because it sounded much more interesting to watch because it was about rating coffee candies.
Oh, I still didn't watch that one video you sent me.
Great. Cool.
Wow,
don't even know
really
what video it is anymore. What
the coffee guy, James the coffee guy.
The one taker?
Yeah.
That one was so cool.
I know, I still haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it after
You're
this.
missing out.
We'll link it in the description.
Oh, great. Cool. Yes. More work for me. The other one was Will Smith on Hot Ones. And somebody else on Hot Ones.
That's kind of weird to not watch, to listen to while you're working out.
No, I wasn't working out. I was running.
What?
I do 2 different things of working out in a day. I do a running and then I do a workout.
Running is a form of working out. It's
that's
a form
called
of
cardio.
Okay.
They're not the same thing. Okay?
That's a weird one to do while you are not able to watch it.
It is an interview. I don't need to see them talk about it being hot. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like that part of it is seeing their reactions.
Yeah, you can hear the reactions just fine. It's better than watching a video that's like mostly about the visual. Like there's plenty of those that I'm not going to watch.
What? Watching things that aren't about the visual?
My phone is in my pocket. What, you are lost. My phone's in my pocket while I'm running.
Yeah.
I can listen to someone say, hey, what are you doing today?
Yes.
And they go, hey, I'm doing this. This wing is really hot. This sucks. And then they keep talking about whatever it is or they're distracted. That's not hard to not watch.
Got it.
But if I'm listening to something that's like intended to be way more visual, like, look at this view.
Yeah.
And my phone's in my pocket, that's like the dumbest thing to watch because... like how am I going to look at the view, run and like do this? That's not going to work.
I have done that before.
Yeah, your lap or your miles slow as hell if you do that, I bet.
I don't know. I should look back and see.
I will guarantee it. Because I feel it when I have to take my phone out to change the video. Also, most of the time I just let something autoplay.
Yeah,
the whole reason we brought this up that you made this more difficult is I usually run fasted. And while I run fasted, the last couple of times, my video choices, because I run out of time to pick a video, and it's like sometimes there's not good videos to pick, and so it's like the last couple have been the coffee candy thing, and I didn't think about like that would make me hungry, and apparently it did, and then the Hot Ones one, and I also didn't think that was going to make me hungry either, but because usually they don't talk about the wings, they talk about whatever the interview is.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, I don't want hot wings. But I came home that day and I was like, I really want wings. I was like, shoot, that's not working. This isn't going well for me.
I never really like crave wings. I crave the French fries from Wingstop.
Oh man, no, I want the wings.
Although the wings we had the other night,
the hot honey ones,
those
from
were good at
Wingstop.
Cass's.
Yeah,
those were really good.
Yeah, those were tasty.
I don't think I would have. Yeah, I've never tried those. I've never tried a lot of those different flavors.
Yeah, because a lot of those flavors are flavor. The descriptive word is a. I'm not gonna say it on here. Wimpy is the version I'll say on here.
Oh, those were delicious.
No, all the flavors are wimpy.
They're just not
When
hot.
when I order them from Wingstop, when I order wings from Wingstop, you go the hottest, the second hottest, and the third hottest. That's my order. If I'm ordering 3, if I'm ordering 2, it's like second hottest, third hottest, or hottest and second hottest. It's like I don't escape that area because the rest of them are just like whatever. I'm like I'm not. Yeah. I'm gonna get chicken fingers. I'm gonna go somewhere else for chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Or chicken nuggets, whatever you want to call them. Because I don't like bone-in wings either. I don't need hot on my hands. That sucks.
I didn't love that.
That's why I ate the boneless ones.
Fair.
You get chicken nuggies that are spicy. I'm in.
That's good. It's right now is a weird time. Like are you gonna want dinner? In between, like we just ate, I feel like.
This is the whole argument I was having with you. Or conversation before when you were like, no, we just need to go at like 3. You were like, no, we just need to go record podcasts and all this. I'm like, dude, I've had a quarter of an apple, like 60 grams of yogurt, and like a bag of protein chips is like my day.
I get why you did that. I get that.
But when I told you how my day was going, you came home at the end of like when I was done showering.
Yeah. I figured you would have eaten lunch because it was like 2:30.
Okay. Yeah, well, when you start to figure that and I stop you and say, no, I have not eaten lunch, but you you continue to assume that I've eaten lunch does not make much sense.
That's a problem, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could open your earballs and start listening. Yeah. No, my routine recently, while I've been going extra aggressively to leanness, has been I get up, have coffee and stuff, stretch, go for a fasted run, come in, eat something, usually like eggs on toast, maybe with avocado or something, and then go do a workout, whichever one I'm in the circuit of my stuff, and then come in and eat a bag of Quest chips because most protein powders don't do good things with me. So the Quest chips are fine, and
you were fine from that.
I think so. Well, I think so, but my whole calorie situation yesterday was so bad. The first real food I had was 5 p.m. with an In-N-Out burger. Like my whole day was messed up.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry to know.
And then I shower and go on with my day. Mm-hmm. So depending on what time I got up in the morning, that's usually like 4 hours to get all that done. So like if I'm up at like 6:30, I'm done by 11.
So you just took a little longer today.
No, the Apple keynote put a 2-hour pause in the middle of my day. So I went and I got up, did my whole morning.
I forgot about that.
I got up, did my whole morning, or did stretching, run, eat, literally sat down to do our like finances I do every Monday. And then as I'm doing the finances, I get like a third of the way through and I go, it's 10:55. Okay, well, pausing that, turn on the Apple key, or 9:55. No, 9:55. I said it wrong. And then watch the keynote. Text everybody that I'm texting them while I'm watching the keynote. It was really just Jeff today.
No Mitchell.
Mitchell slept through it. And my dad was too busy at work or something. He started texting me and then all of a sudden he just stopped texting me. And I was like, okay, dude, cool, whatever.
Interesting.
I see how it's going to be.
I'm sorry I wasn't here.
Yeah, it was lame without you. So you know what?
Sorry. That makes me feel special, but also I feel bad.
Yeah, Andy
and I'm sad I missed it.
who? Okay, so we got Andy that's on my list now. We got Andy. We got Natalie.
It was all Alyssa. Really awesome people. Who
else was there?
It was Natalie, Jody, Alyssa, and Andy.
Well, I don't know Jody, so she's not on the list yet.
You would love Jody.
Well, then maybe she's on the list. But Andy, Alyssa, and Natalie are for sure on this list. It's got a good old SH on the front of that list, too.
I'm the one who opened lessons.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, great. Cool. Well, y'all are on the list.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know what the list is for, but it's a list of that I won't remember tomorrow.
You explain the keynote.
WWDC, baby.
WWDC.
Okay, so if you have not noticed by now, we're an Apple family. If you have a problem with that, great. Take it elsewhere. It's not a better than you thing. It's a what I prefer thing. Oh my gosh, I
didn't even purposely use this.
I did. So, okay.
Oh, I have an Apple shirt too. I should have worn it.
Should have. Today's the day. There's like 3 days a year to do it.
I only have one shirt, so.
Yeah, you can wear them 3 days a year.
Yeah,
it's 365 days. That's like not that much.
Mine says, hello.
Mine says, Apple Park. Boop. It's got apple tree on it. So we're an Apple family. I prefer it. I like the ecosystem. I like how all the stuff works. I also like the Android stuff. I just don't have any of it. I have no reason to have 2 phones, multiple things. Yes, you did. Before Android even got its feet under them, though, too. So you didn't even get to.
I liked it. I did.
It's way better now.
I do love how cohesive, is that the word? Mm-hmm. Like everything is with computer, iPad, phone. Like I love having the whole network, which I understand that is like very privileged that we have that we have all the different things, but we really do use all of them for work.
Yeah. The other big thing is on the creative side, Apple's computers and phones are far more reliable than the Android counterparts and Windows apps. Like like the apps are more reliable on Apple than they are on Android.
What do you mean by Windows?
Go talk to you could talk to Zay or anybody that uses an Android phone. The Instagram app crashes all the time mid-post. They'll be editing and it doesn't work. They'll be doing something and it crashes and then they lost all their work and stuff doesn't happen. It's because Android has hundreds of phones with all different sizes, all different computer chips, all different everything. The developer of the app can't keep up with every single one.
Oh, so that's
so
why
stuff slips between the cracks and it doesn't always work.
Because I was talking to an app developer and she said that she has to redo the Android one like every single day.
You have an iPhone. The architecture has not changed. The silicon, the chipsets that are in it are not that much different. And when they upgrade it, they give you the information on how to make it better and how to optimize it. So all you have to do is go in and change a couple lines of code. I'm simplifying it. I don't know that much. You change a little bit, but I know because you see it, and all of the developers far prefer this because Apple goes, here's 4 screen sizes, but everything in it is the same, and it auto sizes for you, and it does all this, and it's easy. And then you have the iPad that can read the iPhone apps. You have the Mac that can read the iPhone apps. You have all of these things, but then outside of that, you have Apple's like dynasty of reliability with like music creation apps, video creation apps, photo creation apps, artists, like digital art, like all of that usually runs better. 3D stuff, however, is better on Windows because of the customizability of like GPUs and which graphics cards and all of that stuff. You can get more powerful computers that are like big deal computers.
Like I feel like when, even you in the past, I feel like when people are like, they love Apple or they love Android or something, they are very like, this is it. Nothing else matters. Like, screw you if you have the other thing. I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah, if you got a green bubble, I'm not talking to you.
That's so dumb.
It's dumb. I know.
And it's not true because some of your friends have green bubbles.
But I'm going to say it.
But I feel like now that is so silly because I don't know if it's just me learning more about it or if it's like it's becoming more common knowledge of like why people would use other things and what benefits the other things have.
Yes. This is one thing that might just be a long afterlife of the old Apple was way, 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 way better than Android for a long time at reliability and like never having bugs. Some of the stuff is buggy now, so it's not as clean cut as it used to be.
Innovate quicker and quicker and quicker, so I feel like that's understandable.
Yeah, kind of. But if I'm being completely honest, if there is someone that's a creator that's around me and they like very much so refuse Apple products, I'm very like, do you actually care about the ease of your career?
You know what my biggest thing is with that?
What?
When I'm collaborating with people, if we can't airdrop the video to each other after,
dude,
I'm like, damn.
But so
this could have been a great moment.
You know, there's one frustrating correlation, at least that I've noticed, and I think it happens to be price point, which is, it makes sense and it's understandable. But also, you can like get just about any phone that you could ever want for free from a carrier or something.
I do
in
have
the
to
US
say,
though, not
in the
necessarily.
US, that's exactly what I was going to say.
It's not as easy outside of the US, but like, like
my website is mostly, people on my membership is mostly Android.
Right, sure.
Which at first I was like,
it was not the last time we looked, which is like, I don't remember when we looked. We looked recently, and it's been iOS for a long time, if I recall correctly.
Well, there's a lot of Android.
Yes, sure.
And it's because it's a lot of international.
Yeah, but also just because it's international does not mean that there's no chance they have an iPhone.
No, but
great. But
yeah,
the ease of use and the quality of the cameras and all of this stuff it removes all the friction. Like the Apple products remove the friction. So like sometimes when you're using like a different phone, which I've watched my friends have this problem, and they try to sell me on how it's a great phone and then it doesn't work. And I'm like, it doesn't happen very often anymore. I remember when it used to happen all the time, and I could be the snobby Apple guy that was like, dude. Now it's very rare, but there are times where stuff happens and you see it and you're like, that didn't work out so well, did it? And they're like, no, this happens a lot. I'm like, why do you have this as your work thing?
Friction.
I'm like, you're adding pain and inconsistency to your literal job by using this. Anyway, use whatever product you want. Yeah. Today is a fun day. Well, recording of this day is a fun day because it is the announcement day. It's WWDC, Worldwide Developer Conference. And it is the announcement day of all of the software to come on all of the Apple products, which is in the fall, which is when they announce the new iPhones and Apple Watches. And
it should be a holiday on our calendars. Like,
it really is.
I almost didn't book lessons today because of it.
Andy, Alyssa, Jody, Natalie.
I'm glad
you're
I
on
did,
a list.
guys. I'm glad I did. I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm glad I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am good.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry, but I'm glad.
Yeah, it is a day that throws a wrench in everything that we do. But I really enjoy this day, and like I was watching the keynote, and usually they're about an hour. This one was 2, rightfully, when all of the information of like that they're making big overhauls to Siri and Apple Intelligence or AI, whatever you want to call it. It's exciting. It really is exciting. It's very smart. It's well thought out. Honestly, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be an Apple user. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Great. This whole podcast is not going to be about this, but
but there is like, we used to have so many different apps for so many things.
Yeah.
And now it's like all on the phone pretty much. Or all within the software. Like I used to use a different calendar app, a different reminder app that wasn't on the phone. And now I just use
You mean
everything.
Wasn't stock Apple? You were using a separate so because it was still on your phone. It was just
but it wasn't
native.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, that's the best thing that you can do. I mean, some people hate that because they're like, oh, but they're stealing or they're taking this other person's idea and putting it into their stuff or whatever. And I'm like, honestly, guys, Apple is so slow. And if they see value in your idea,
they'll buy it from you.
Yeah, they buy it from they'll buy you.
Yeah.
And then they literally bring you on board, do your thing, and they probably tell you to peace out. And they give you lots of money for it. And
Hopefully.
You're on your way.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done that so many times with so many apps and so many things. Like, so it's, some of the ideas and some of the stuff is stuff that like other companies have had for so long that's like, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like some of this stuff is like not very groundbreaking, but you're like, oh, the quality of life of that is so nice.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's.
I always just get like really inspired by this stuff. Like I used to think it was so silly. Like I would kind of make fun of him for like making it such a big deal. And then I realized like, oh, I should watch this to know what's coming, to understand it better. And then there came a time when he was gone and he was working and wasn't home to watch them. And so I was watching them at home. Like before I went and taught at the rink, I would watch them. And I was like messaging him the whole time. He'd be like in and out of meetings, like, oh, I didn't see that part, or oh, I didn't get to that part. I'll watch it when I'm done. And it was like so funny because then I was like very into it and he was very into it, but couldn't watch it in real time. And now the past few, we've been at home together and it's like very exciting. Like it's a very exciting time. And then I like seeing your reactions. You like seeing my reactions, but like whenever there's a new thing, like when Vision Pro came out, we don't have that. Like we didn't buy one, but when that came out, the ideas were like bursting out of me. I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. And like, I live for those moments. Like, I wish I had more of those moments.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, it's just like boosts all my creativity.
Yeah. I mean, the intro to this one, Apple has done a very good job of advertising for a long time, or whoever they hired to do the advertising or whatever it is. But the keynotes have always been pretty good. And then once they started to lean into like the humor that everyone loves that they do, and it's like some of it maybe was on accident, but the stuff that's not on accident and is so kitschy, but it
was created by accident.
Yes. And then they leaned into it, and the leaning into it makes it that much funnier. And I'm just like, it's so dumb. It's such a dad joke kind of thing, but you love it. I love it.
The best was the helmet.
Oh yeah, the helmet hair
of his hair.
Yeah. But yeah, I just today's a special day for Apple for us because it's exciting. I mean, and a lot of people can be like, but who cares like what the new stuff is? And it's like, honestly, I'd say I spend work-wise on my phone, I'd say 70% of my work happens right here on my phone, right? And if Apple's doing stuff to make my life better and easier, I would love to know about it sooner than later. Mm-hmm. And if they do it in a way that's very fun and it feels very communal, while I'm watching this live stream and other people that I know and that I'm friends with and that we
because
all
everyone
like
can
this.
watch it.
Yeah, it's just a live stream on YouTube even.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable. And then knowing what features are coming so you can go, oh, cool. This is taking this one thing that I had to go and like if it's able to remove people from a photo, which supposedly that's going to happen in the Photos app now. So I don't have to take a photo, put it in Lightroom because I'm like, or have a photo, go to a different app that can just do the removal thing. Photoshop. And then, or whatever. There's other apps like, I don't remember, there's like Touch Retouch or something. It's like, it's built in. That just made the friction of me being able to do that way less, which means I probably will actually do it more to like clean up the photos instead of being lazy and being like, I don't want to put it in that app. I don't want to go do that thing. I don't want to deal with.
My biggest thing is, what is that app that I use? Like, right. I never remember what app I use to do whatever.
But now, that was another thing that they said that the Apple Intelligence and Siri are going to be able to do. You can say, what is the app? I can
literally voice that.
You can be like, what is the app that I fix the photos in? And it will show you the 3 apps or the 1 app that it thinks it is.
See, that's nice.
Right. It's like, or what is the app that I remove stuff from a photo in? And it will give you the 1 app that does that thing. And then you can go, oh yeah.
That's
so like, cool. It's really making your life easier. But I digress, I guess, a little bit.
I digress. I feel similarly, I guess, because I use the product so much. Like Instagram and Apple to me are basically like in my world, like they are running my world, which sounds crazy.
Well, I also think you should put YouTube in that, but you don't pay much attention to YouTube.
Right. But yeah, that probably should be in there.
Yeah.
And Squarespace. Like those.
Squarespace is slow and doesn't change.
Yeah, so I think like innovators, which YouTube maybe, but in my mind, it's Instagram and Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home today and he was listening to and watching. You were watching that one.
No, I was listening while I was running.
Colin and Samir and Adam Mosseri.
Yeah.
Did that come out today?
Probably.
But he's the Instagram creator.
He's head of Instagram.
Oh, he's head of Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was like head of Instagram creator stuff.
You can keep going.
Huh. But he was talking about like how quickly Instagram has to keep up with the world changing. And I was like, whoa, that's really strange to think of, because I think in my brain, they are guiding the conversation, but they're not. They're reacting to all the new AI stuff, all the new whatever companies are innovating it. They have to react and keep up to it.
Well, they're not the guiding light because they're the platform that allows everyone to say whatever they're going to say. So it's not directly relating to,
which that makes sense. But to me, that was like the first time I even thought of it that way.
Sure.
Because I thought that they created everything. I don't know what I thought, but to me, they were like they were the guiding light. And so hearing him say that, I was like, whoa, that's so out. There's so much that happens and so quickly with technology and with new ways of doing everything that is so like beyond what I even see or know of, because I don't read like as many articles about new technology stuff as you do. So there's so much that I don't even know of that I'm getting like way down the line.
Yeah.
Than like even you probably know of.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I know that you don't know.
I don't know what I know that you don't know.
I know stuff.
It's just so wild to think about, because I'm like, wow, there is so much I don't know about everything.
Well, I mean, your head would be a lot bigger if you knew more.
Yeah, that is true. There's too much. There's so much to know. You're never out of things.
You could be out of things pretty quick.
I don't think so. I don't think you could. Like, people ask me that all the time. Like, are you going to run out of skills to teach? And I'm like, no, I haven't run out of things to learn myself.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, if you're going into like teaching skills and roller skate, I mean, here, let me give you a PSA that's not coming from the world champion in roller skating that knows more than me about this. When you stop learning, what's the point of living? You know, yeah. I didn't say that eloquently, but like,
I'm sure there is a direct quote from someone that was more eloquent.
Oh yeah, someone's got to be more eloquent than this idiot right here. But no, I mean, like, I feel like anybody I know that's any form of old that becomes complacent becomes miserable. But any of the people that are always curious and always trying to learn and always trying to do something and improving, even if that means you're degrading, but you're just trying to not degrade as fast.
Yeah.
Like, that's still the curiosity, the improvement, the growth, the everything. Like, growth doesn't always mean you're getting better at the thing you were doing at. Sometimes growth might actually just mean you're at the same level you were at a month ago when you were feeling better about it. Like, you know, sometimes it's like a flat line, and that is the growth, because otherwise it would have just been downhill, you know?
I had a moment today in, I think, Andy's lesson where I did something. I really wish I remembered what it was right now, but I was trying to explain to her that she needed to like check better on a 3-turn. And I had a moment and I just like stopped and I was like, wait, I can explain it better like this. Hold on. And I like got my thoughts together and I was like, how about you try this? And I like told her what area of her body to press forward, what area to pull back. And that was like a moment for me where I recognized like, oh, I just figured out a new way to explain that. Like, for me, that happens a lot, whether I recognize it like that or not. I was like, whoa, I just learned something while I'm teaching someone.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I don't know. Being open and being curious, I think are quite possibly the two most important things to life. To hang on to. Just because, like, I don't know, when I look at any, like, to go basically back to what I just said, is like anybody that I look at that's like older than me, or that like is
I
old.
think of your grandpa.
Yeah, or like literally anybody. Like the people that are closed-minded and stop being curious, you kind of see them go downhill pretty quick. But the people that are like always interested and curious, even if they can't understand what the heck it is,
Yeah.
they're like,
if they try to.
yeah, they always go. I mean, like the dude that was on the Armchair Expert was talking about how like, I don't know, what did he say? Something about like he's been finding in studies that like is it Alzheimer's or dementia can be totally turned around by like exercise.
Within 3 months. It was like, it can be completely turned around. I think it was dementia. But
like that is wild to me to think that like we're just now figuring this out. Like,
yeah.
And it's crazier to me that he said that it's just through like moderate cardio. That's what it required.
There was something I listened to. I don't remember the doctor's name, but he said that people who walk and talk at the same time, so like walking with a friend, talking to your friend, that does so much more for your mind than like literally anything else. Just doing like 2 activities at the same time, which I was like, that probably means like skating and talking, or like skating.
Well, I think that's called overachieving.
General.
Pretty sure that's overachieving.
Because I taught someone recently that hadn't been on skates in 25 years. And she was like, my balance, like this is taking every ounce of my concentration. Like I was worried about something when I walked in here. I cannot possibly think about that right now because I will fall on my butt. Like I can't think about anything else because this is taking so much focus. And I was like, is there anything in your life that takes that much focus currently? And she was like, no, absolutely not. I can think of other things when I'm watching TV. I can do that when I'm driving, when I'm walking. Like I can multitask like that. But skating, I can only focus on that one activity.
I mean, I can relate it to, I feel like when I was young, there's a lot of things that I feel like I remember being better when I was younger.
Yeah.
Better at when I was younger. I don't know. I said a word. But like I feel like I remember being way better at multitasking. Like I could fully send a text message and hear what you said and then respond to you while I had just finished a text message. Now it's like way less of that. Mm-hmm. Now it's like if you were talking and I like went to reply to a text, I probably have no idea. Well, one of them got my attention, and it would depend. Like sometimes I'll respond to a text with your words and I'm still listening to you, but then I don't send it. I have to delete it and fix it. But like,
I don't know that I've ever done that.
But like otherwise it would be like you're talking and then I go to respond or whatever, or I was having the conversation. I hadn't like, my phone was still here and you said something to me, but I was reading this and I go like, I heard things, didn't take it in.
Yeah.
And then I like respond and then go back to you. But like, I feel like I remember being younger and that being easy, like no effort. And then now it's like impossible, but I feel like some of that's learned.
I was going to say that, like, say for us, we've been together for 10 years. So I can only relate it back to about 10 years ago.
I don't think you can remember 5 or 6 years past.
This is true. But
that wasn't like a stab at you. I'm saying like, I don't remember like 2.5 years ago, like vividly enough to state any of this.
Someone asked me the other day what I had done that morning. And I said, I have no idea. But
my response would be, are you self-employed?
I have no idea what I did. But like you used to ignore me a lot. Like you would pretend that you were listening, but I knew you were not listening. Now you go, hold on. Like you tell me to stop.
Well, yeah.
So that's better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you're better
I'm not.
now.
I don't want you to waste your words on it because if I'm going to make you repeat it, that's just worse for everybody.
Yeah.
Like if you say it and I was already on my phone and I wasn't listening and I just try to do both and I know I can't.
Yeah.
Like, why did I bother? Right?
So maybe you were better at it, but
no, I'm talking about like college. Like I remember like in college I could like honestly, or high school even with some of that. Like I could be like not paying attention, like listening to music or whatever, and capture whatever the heck was happening. Not perfectly. Like, it's not like I was a 4.0 student or anything, but like
I was.
Yeah, right.
Why does no one believe me when I say that?
Have you heard what comes out of your mouth?
I was such a good student.
Being a good student
I have
and
a certificate somewhere.
Hold on. Being a good student and being a legitimate 4.0 student seems like a different thing. Also, school is very different now than it was then, because
True.
4.0 student was like, you just kind of had to do the work.
Did you hear what your mom was saying? Like, so-and-so had a 4.8 and she still didn't get into this and that. And I was like,
what? Honestly, when it comes to like who's getting into what school, I couldn't care any less.
Like, how do you even get I know how you get a 4.8, but
I don't understand how you get any of it. So I just don't. Also, that information is not useful going into this brain.
But I did get a 4.0. I think all 4 years.
I got a 4.0 my senior year. I had like TAing jazz band. I had like, art as one of my classes.
You made me late to my first day of whatever extra class because we went to Costco and got hot dogs and.
Dude, your memory of us is very different than mine. Mine
actually happened.
Mine is non-existent. Yours is.
I remember everything.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
He doesn't think I'm smart, doesn't believe I got a 4.0, and thinks my memory is not correct.
It's all a ruse.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what you don't know.
Do you know what I know, though?
I don't know. Okay, what were you saying?
I don't know.
I don't remember
either.
Stop.
I had my feet out too far.
Your feet are cold.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, huh?
Nope.
Where'd they go?
They're under my feet.
Ooh, my shin. Oh, my shin is sore. My muscle.
Okay. Do you have more things you want to talk about, or are you done? Because you're kind of like staring at me.
I was just staring at you. I thought you were going to say something, honestly.
No, I
didn't want to talk over you.
You get me talking about like Apple or something, and we can go all day.
I know. I got a few people who have talked to me about the podcast recently, and they said, Taylor's got a lot of opinions.
That was Alyssa.
He wasn't just Alyssa.
Oh, well, that's fine.
And I said, I know.
I mean, that's the whole reason we started this.
This is true. This is true.
We have an episode that explains why we started it, but the whole reason we started it was because Nicole goes, you got a lot of things to say, and you should say it on a podcast, and we should share that with people. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
So we're here.
No, Alyssa.
This is like the 50th episode, and that if this is the first time you're hearing about that, guys, you are 49 of them late because you skipped the first one that I think we talked about that. I know it's the 50th episode. Are you trying to do the math?
No, I was trying to look if I filled out the 49th and I didn't.
How dare you? You didn't fill my work in?
No.
There's the 48th one up there too. You didn't even put my work on there.
No, I think I put that. But someone, I think it was Alyssa, said, does he talk that much and have that many opinions because you're on, like you're sitting on the set? And I said, no. You think he's talking that much and that opinionated because he's sitting right there? No, that's just him. We just filmed it.
The only difference.
He says more cuss words in real life. Is that where you were going?
The only difference between being right here, right now, and being over there, or just not recording, is there's a lot more words that I don't say on here.
Yeah, you said bad words a lot yesterday, and I don't think your grandpa could hear them necessarily because he didn't have his hearing aid in, but you were throwing F-bombs like no other when you were sitting on the couch next to Scarlett.
Talking about what?
I don't know, just everything.
There's nothing new about that, though.
I know, no one reacted.
Yeah, that's because it's not like special.
I thought it was kind of
She's also 14 going on like 70. No, I said
she's 14 going on 24.
I said 26 on my mom's Instagram post. 14 going on 26. Because it's 13 going on 30 sounds great, but now it's 14, and I'm like, that doesn't rhyme with anything.
24, I think, is more accurate. Because like her brain isn't fully formed. I feel like that's like 25 for women. She's not quite there yet.
Look, I don't care. You pick an age that's a lot older than she is, and it's accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is true.
You act like a 26-year-old. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know. What does a 26-year-old act like?
Me 5 years ago?
Wrong. 6 years ago, dog. You got 10 days.
Okay.
Science math says you're already 32. 30.
Science
How old
math.
are you?
I'll be 32.
How? Yes.
I kind of wish I was older than you.
Okay. Sucks to suck, dude. I ain't waiting for nobody.
All right. Stop playing footsie with me. God, you're playing like shin. You're
I'm just
my
honestly,
shins.
guys, I'm just like stretching my legs out under this. Our table, you can't see the bottom of it, but it is the wildest arrangement of legs. It is like this curly Q straightness situation.
It's like they're all intertwined.
IKEA,
so I don't know
baby.
how you're even getting to me.
Straight through.
I could come at you from up here.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna
Don't
do
you
it.
dare. No.
Anyway, okay.
I'll grab your foot and I'll take it away.
No, I need my feet. I like my feet.
You don't need them. You could skate with nubs.
Please no.
I wonder,
Although,
could you balance without toes?
Yeah.
You say that so confidently,
Because
but I'm pretty
there's a
sure.
girl that
But I'm pretty sure your
does it.
pinky toe is like your most important balancing
there's
toe.
a girl that has one leg that skates, and she's like good.
But does that leg have all the toes?
No. Oh, her.
Yeah. That's how you balance.
Well, I think so.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm not talking.
This
I
is
don't
a weird
look. I don't know.
conversation. I would prefer that I stay intact. Thank you very much.
Me too. Somebody's got to make money.
Yeah,
It's
you're
funny
right.
because it's not totally true. It's only moderately true.
Oh my. Well, speaking of that, if you would like to support us and if you would like episodes early and exclusives, please get a membership at that Nicole, or not that Nicole Fiore. Actually, get a membership at thatnicolefiore.com.
Yeah, that one's better.
You can get a membership at glitterandcatlitter.com or on YouTube. And yeah.
Like, subscribe, all the good things.
I always forget those things. I never say that at the end of my videos, and I probably should.
I've told her forever. She got to say like, subscribe.
I figure if they want to, they will.
Yeah, but some people don't want to, and then you asking for them makes them feel bad, and then they do it.
Do you think so?
No.
I was going to say, I never do that when people tell me to. I say, I'm not going to.
I always like it before I even watch it. If it's one of the creators that I like, I can revoke that. I can revoke it at any time. I'm going for a run, dude. I'm going for a run.
Wild.
I'm going to miss the end of the video. I'll like it, and if I don't actually like it, I'll remove.
Okay, if you've made it this far in the video, tell us if you do that, because that sounds insane to me.
A like is the most low-bearing fruit to this whole thing. If it's a video that sounds like it's going to be interesting,
special to me.
You gotta grow up, dude. It's like the least useful
You're
metric.
Just flinging out likes like no other.
It's the least useful metric on all platforms.
Huh. Yeah, okay.
So I'll give it to you. If I'm already going to watch it, which is now the least useful.
That is good to know.
So like, I'll like it.
I'm choosy about my likes.
Be less choosy. Be more choosy about who you share it with.
Who I share my videos with?
That's the most important metric.
But I'm putting out them there for everyone.
No, you go to a video and you see it and you go, oh, that's funny. Share.
Oh, sharing. Send. Got it. I really just send them to you.
Well, that's why your Instagram algorithm sucks.
That's what. No, it's great. It's all hockey and baseball.
Well,
I love it right now.
Good for you, I guess. Okay, we already did the outro. Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye.